Good morning, traders, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So after taking 2 days off for Thanksgiving, I think we're back in the swing of things today. So I think let's just start off with the small account. Well, the week got off to a good start last week, but then we had 2 days of wins and losses. And we ended up with a profit, very small profit on Thursday, at which point I decided to just call it quits, come back on Monday, and forget about Friday, which was probably the right decision to do. But anyway, for the month, it was 28% return for the month. Okay, which is not too bad considering the first 2 weeks was a proper slow start. Okay, anyway, today, this week we are targeting 1,400 and we're looking at 277 as our target for today. So that's today. Today's target with our risk of 185. Okay, so just starting off with the monthly, we pretty much, I don't know if you want to call that a monthly close above the previous swing high here, which is the previous fractal. I suppose we could. I think the best way to do this is just go down to the daily, and you can see that was the previous weekly high, and you can see all the interaction above and below it. So we have closed above it, but I'm not going to read much into it because as far as I'm concerned, we are still in this channel. Okay, so let me just get down to a lower time frames. So we're definitely in an area where there's buyers and sellers up and above and below this level. So I think the key thing at the moment is this pin bar here is the wise man number one, as was this one, as was this one. So, technically we should be looking for longs, but as far as I'm concerned, we're still in this range. And until we break out of the range, we trade the range. So it's short of the top, long of the bottom. So we have a 1 hour wise man number one here as well, which kind of played out. But if you noticed, it's sort of rallies pulled back sideways, or rallies pullback, rallies pullbacks. Total confusion at the moment. You can see down, up, down, up. But there's nothing much that you can actually read into it to figure out what you want to do. So I think for today, the DAX is more than likely going to keep me out of trading it today. Just looking at what I see, and this 120 points on Friday, which was quite a big move. And I suppose what we could do is look what happens. I'm going to use this level here at this previous low of last Thursday, because that is the 61.8. So it was a breakout up, a move down. So that's the one area. And then the other one is obviously the 50% Fibonacci, because we have a 200 moving average here, which is a 50% Fibonacci as well. I suppose those are the two levels we need to pay attention to. And with that in mind, this fractal here at 13,224 would trigger a short, and your stop is going to be above 13,245. So 13,245 is to the upside, and 13,224 to the downside. Okay, so those are the two levels that I'm interested in at the moment. This could also be a second move to the downside, but I'm bargaining on the fact that this is a move up, and I think we'll probably see this on a lower time frame. Yeah, there we go. So I have a wedge break as well. Okay, but remember, it could come all the way back down. There's a couple of gaps to the downside as well from this move. So now the gaps are there. Let's just check if there are any other gaps that we need to worry about. No. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's pretty much a mixed bag for me for the DAX. see what's happening with the futures market right now. 13,286, up 0.4%. That's quite a bit. Okay, so more than likely looking like gap up. So what you'll be looking for is any pullback to get in for the long. Just watch this top of the range. I mean, it's been there for the whole month, so I really don't see us breaking through there unless there's some really influential news coming through. Okay, so for me, I'm staying out of this, although it does look like it's probably going to play to the upside. Let's just get to the Ichimoku quickly. If we look at the 12-minute, in one day we're basically back up and down through Kijinson. Nothing really to read into this at the moment. It's bearish, bearish, bearish. Okay, the half hour through the cloud, under the cloud, back on the cloud, looking like a crossover. So that's pretty much nothing. And then the hour is bullish and bearish, bullish. Mixed signals again. And the 4 hour is bearish. And look at this 4 hour pin bar. Yeah, I would be seriously worried about that. 13,285 is where futures is at the moment. Let's just get a level of where that is. Right over there. Just below this pin bar. Okay, this is just telling that there were sellers stepping in here. And they came in off a gap close. We are bearish here, but we're bullish. So mixed signals again as well. Yeah, the daily's still looking pretty bullish. So anyway, I think for me today, the Dax is not interesting me at all. So definitely not going to be trading this. If you are going to trade it, get your levels drawn in. But you've got quite a few to the upside. So that is your range. And until we break through this range to the upside or to the downside, there's no real trade at the moment. And I can tell you now that there are sellers that are in this market at the moment because of this daily pin bar here. So they were in at the break below here and their stop is above this tail. Okay, so the bulls are trying to push this up to break through the tail here because that'll trigger a whole lot of stop losses, which will then give us the acceleration we're going to need to the upside. And the bears are trying to scale in from the top of the range because as far as they're concerned, the range is broken as well. And we also broke below this structure here. So it's a proper tussle at the moment. And I think for me, I'm just going to stay out of it. We'll have a look at this tomorrow. So anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.